Greetings, listeners and viewers. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call, our Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gears Studios. If you're a fan and wish to support, visit our merch shop and Ko-fi page, where members get extra content, fireside chats, discounts on merch, and more. Otherwise, a like, comment, sub, or review in your podcast app of choice is always helpful. But for now...
Last up to our investigators. The gangster is in custody. Authorities have been informed, and the injured headed to safety. Our investigators must now recover in various unearthly ways.
Hello there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're recording. Yay! Scott's turning 40.
Hey, Scott. This was, months ago because we're recording this in advance.
Yes. Scott has been 40.
Currently October.
Yeah.
Scott has been 40 for 3
months ago. Time is a river.
It's true.
He's already 40.
Yeah.
What a soup.
Welcome back, everyone. Whew. So the last few games that we had was a bit of a while ago. Was it 2 months, month and a half? I can't remember.
Been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Ruckus.
A month and a half.
Been a month and a half. So I'm glad we managed to finish up on a good point, heading back to the mansion on the hill after dropping Officer Ricky.
Alec.
Alec. Officer Alec.
A new one.
Well, it was the young guy you had met. All those. Yes, the young officer. Off at the hospital, running into Vincent Caputo.
We also told him about the farmer who's trapped under his tractor.
Correct. Yes, seemed to be, hair going white and stuff like that.
We're heroes.
I forgot to make a note. Jimmy Three Thumbs. What happened with him?
I wrote that down.
Regardless of what happened, if I got to retcon something, that's fine. I'm just going to say, even if he was left back there, regardless, he's going to find his way, some way or another, back to the hospital. If he wasn't dropped off at the hospital by you guys and gals, then when Caputo goes out to get the farmer, if he's there, because I can't remember, and I don't want to listen to it because I want to get an episode in.
Yeah.
Either way, he's going to find his way back to the hospital.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sweet.
Okay? Is probably the easiest way for me to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the hospital. They may or may not remove a thumb.
Yeah. Or add one back.
4 thumbs.
Jimmy 13 thumbs.
Oh my god.
What the?
That's just ridiculous.
This is just going too far.
He's all thumbs.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me, I'm all ears.
Oh.
Yes, classic. I'm just going to say you all make your way back to the mansion on the hill. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is anybody still driving that cherry red?
Me.
That's what.
Yes.
That was
I went back for the cherry red 2-door, and I was like, well, spoils of conquest, I guess.
Okay.
And we're going to take the 2-door with us so we can investigate it later.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, because like I said, it's been like 6 weeks. So I'm like, yeah, it works. It's a car. So you all start heading back to the mansion on the hill. Like I said, the dawn's light is shining over, becoming quite early morning. This is the usual hours you keep, though. You degenerates.
Sleep.
This is normal for me in real life.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, as if you have to ask, it's 25 to 30 minute drive to the mansion on the hill.
That's why we stopped asking.
Somebody probably got the bingo right away on that one with the 25 to 30 minutes, but that's just how it goes.
Good Lord.
I'm just going to say no need to get into anything on the ride back. Let's just get you back to the mansion at this point. As you pull up through the long, winding, like I said, from the access to the estate from the main road, it's like a 5-minute drive. Like it's meandering through trees and different topiaries and stuff set up. A topiary of a Packard Twin 6, of a camel.
Fucking rich people.
Pretty soon there's be topiaries of eldritch monsters. Whatever.
And no one knows who maintains those.
Making a note.
Oh, it's one of those things where only Agatha can see the new garden.
Oh, that's also a cool note.
Oh my
Thanks.
god! Stop giving the
I
GM
already
ideas.
don't have problems. Nice hedge work.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The keeper don't need ideas.
Plants. Nice bush.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice
You do
bushes
like a
always
nice
make
bush,
people.
don't you?
Nice bushes.
Shut your eye hole.
Feel better.
You mean the Chamber of Secrets?
Oh.
Perception?
I guess if you... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. I think
Don't.
everyone sort of knows what I was going to
Don't.
say.
I do. Don't say it.
Don't say it. Okay, fair enough. As you pull up through the little meandering lane that leads up, and then you have the... sort of like... almost like a roundabout. I think I might have described this a long time ago, where so vehicles can pull in, like a posh hotel, you pull in around. Like the Outlook Hotel, maybe, you can pull in around. And you got the large stairs that are coming down. And you pull up, hop out of the respective vehicles.
That's literally how I've always imagined Wayne Manor to be like.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Mansion on the Hill just can fit whatever
Vision you have for
yeah,
an
it's that.
expensive person, man.
Instead of caves.
I'm gonna just kind of jump out of the tutor, get a little pep in my step, be like, New England Center of Antiquary, sometimes it pays good. Bang, slam the door.
door
While your
falls off.
dead arm is at your skin.
Yeah, you had a pretty messed up. man.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
bad.
so you're going to have a little bit of work done by
I'm gonna need
the
some
resident
help.
doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna step out of holding the book still with one hand on Peter's head and just say, I don't know about you guys, but I think we need a rest before we continue this investigation.
We need to look at your arm.
I'm mucked up, yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to. You need attention for that, and
I'd rather not sleep on it. It will be much worse tomorrow if I do.
can you move it? Is it? Can do you have control?
Well, I mean, it's a very
That
very
was
interesting
rude. I'm
question.
sorry.
I
That
can
was-
literally
that was-
"Ah!" and then I'll drop it and be like, I can absolutely move it. It just sucks.
Please don't do that again.
Can you roll me?
Oh no! Please do it.
I just tried to see what the roll I'm going to make it be. As you pull your arm up and it hurts, can I have you... Actually, just roll me a luck roll. Just roll me a luck roll. Nothing big.
It's 10%, so no matter what, 60 out of 64.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But like one of the bones, this is the good thing. Like as you pulled it, one of the bones just slides back where it's supposed to be. So it does still hurt immensely. It's like as you do, you see? It goes click.
So when I go,
I'm a bit of a scientist myself.
Eventually, I'm not going to need medical help. That's not today, though.
And
I don't want to see you beyond help.
Lots to unpack there.
I need much more than
Help you?
Yes. Yes.
I think you and Amos should head to the medical room.
The laboire.
Laboire.
The
Are we still
laboire.
doing a laboire?
Yeah, well-
we set up an actual triage room.
We have a laboire and a slabwire by this time, probably.
What is wrong with you?
you can't just put war on the end of things to make it.
I'm going to
Yes, you
start
can.
the car war. The garage. The car war.
The car. No, that's the car war.
I said car war. Yeah, which is, the only people call it a garage. I mean, boring people call it a garage.
Garagey.
It's the car war.
Fancy people call it car war.
But I'm going to stop the game right now for a second because there's something, excuse me, that I forgot to do. And I believe at this point is we should be rolling for XP, I believe.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah,
ticks.
ticks. Yeah,
And
we
we're
got
sort of starting into it. I think this
Yeah.
might be a good time. We're going to start off with Agatha. What do you have ticks in, if anything?
Firearms, rifle. I've got to get over 70,
Got to get over 70.
which was not. So, nope, I do not get anything in that one. First aid, I have 40. Nope, I can't get
Oh,
anything in
that's
that
okay.
one.
Use a better eraser. There you
Fine.
go.
It's fine.
I'm particular about
How
that.
dare you?
Those are good erasers. And my last one is spot hidden.
What's your spot hidden at?
That's at 69.
That's true, but now, once again, to clarify, Spot hidden can never go above 69 because I find it hilarious. But you roll it, and if you roll higher, then you get to put something into another skill.
Oh, okay.
That's right, because he uses spot hidden a lot.
I did not.
Ah, damn.
Damn it.
It's fair.
Okay. And I think that's it.
And what was your luck at?
My luck is at 61 currently.
61. Did you want to use one from the pool to roll a d10
And increase your luck.
and increase your luck up to a maximum of 75?
Yeah, we have done that.
And you can do it one at a time, right?
Sure,
You
yeah,
can
I
say,
can
I'll
do
use
that.
one. I could still, as long as it's 10 or less. Well, it's actually completely up to you how you want to do it. It's just max of 75.
I'll do one.
Well, just roll, and then you can see after what you roll.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9.
Nice.
You're up to 70.
I'm at 70.
Okay.
Nice.
That seems, I'm assuming, good enough. You wouldn't want to roll to get up to the 75.
I think that's fine. 70 is fine.
Okay, I don't know how many actual we have, but Zach will be.
I'm telling
Robert.
that all. It's all good.
Yes, we should all be fine.
There's enough.
Yeah. And we're gonna
Yes,
move over to
sir.
Amos,
Dodge.
a fan favorite, as is Agatha, Althea, and Marion. So
People like us.
yeah.
Dodge at 37.
Oh, let's get that
Good
dodge.
skill.
Dodge and stuff. 84, so it's higher.
84 out of 37. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
So,
5. Increase your dodge by 5.
42. Okay.
Ooh.
The meaning of life.
The meaning of life is dodging
It's
bullets.
dodging bullets.
That's just such life of the universe and everything.
Next
Bullets.
spot hidden.
Bullets, my only weakness.
Which means you can
65
get stacked.
is not higher than 69, so that's not happening.
And
And
neighbor of the beast.
stealth is at a 30. 10 is not higher than 30, so
What was the last one though? 30 was for
stealth.
stealth. Yes.
But that's it. I will absolutely take one of those points from the luck pool. I'm at 64 plus 7 takes me up to 71. I can do math. It's fine.
It's all good.
That's it. Fantastic.
That's good.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on to Marion.
My first is in library use, a favorite skill. It's at an 80, and a 66 is lower than 80, so nope. My next one is psychology, which is at a 75, and a 17 is less than 75, so nope, that one as well. Then I've got one in magic use.
You have one of magic use. Go ahead.
That's
give
on a
that roll.
40, and a 12 is less than 40.
How is it? You rolled all so amazing. If they were actual skill checks,
Right?
like
I'm gonna switch dice now.
That's
That's not as this works, but I'm gonna
As
do
soon
it
as
anyway.
we're done this, you will roll nothing but 80s.
Yeah, probably.
now.
Stealth is at a 71,
Mhm.
and that is a 7. So nope, switch to the tiny dice for the next one.
Now,
You can't make this up.
what is your luck at?
70.
You're
I'm
at
gonna
70.
Let it sit.
You're gonna let it sit.
Might roll a 1.
I mean, that would actually be good. I would want to roll a 1 to increase my
Roll a
luck.
10.
Yeah, exactly. That would be when I roll a 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to Althea, the wonderful Althea.
Break this.
What do you have?
You got
Now we're going because of your exceptional driving and that whole driving thing that just happened. I am going to do something a little bit different for your drive skill check. But is there any other skills first that you would like to look into?
I had first aid tipped off,
Mm.
which is already at 85.
Ooh,
So
fancy.
9%, so new. Which is at 85. You can't really like that. And I think that was actually it.
You're the
because
only one that got better.
most of what I was doing was driving. I do have 3 ticks in my yellow.
You have 3 ticks in your yellow.
Yeah, and I
Did you put them in pencil?
yes.
Okay, because I might have you erase them because for each of those 3 ticks, I'm going to have you roll a percentage to see if something happens.
Okay, do you want me to do the drive first?
Let's do the drive auto because with drive auto, I'm going to give you 3 in a row skill checks to increase it.
Okay.
Because I believe that I had Liz write that down.
Yeah, that.
So what is your drive skill at right now?
It's currently at 60.
Okay, so you need higher than 60.
That is a 92,
Okay.
which I'm glad I used on this.
Okay, so before you roll again, you're going to increase it,
Oh, okay.
right? So you're going to roll me a d10.
D10.
Yes.
That makes sense.
That's 5.
It goes up by 5.
Nice.
So I'm just going to put this aside here. Okay. That's a 1%. This side of the table might. Well, I mean. And this is an 87.
Hey.
Oh,
65.
roll another d10.
And that's a 4.
So raise it by 4.
69.
So here's what we're going to do. With the special heart-shaped two-sided flippable that came from Dark Matter Dice, and it's got little orange slices and black goo in it. I'm going to have you, it's labeled 1 and 2. I'm going to hand this over to you.
Okay.
You have 3 ticks. You're going to call what it's going to be, flip it up on the table. If you call a 2 and it comes up a 2, that's good. But if it flips up the other number, that's bad.
Oh, God.
Is it a heart or a planchette?
Hmm?
Is it a heart?
planchette.
The planchette.
Planchette. Okay.
Is it? That
It's
sounds
50,
like a heart
50%.
to me.
Planchette's very hardy.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah.
I want an anatomically correct heart.
It's a plaid chart with a very lovely. Okay.
I prefer to think it's love.
It's love.
Depends how this flips.
Look, it's got goo and orange and it slices.
So,
it.
1 or 2? Playing games with the king.
2.
Okay, see if you get a 2.
It's cocked.
Cut. Just do it on the
1.
1. So that is 1 bad. Okay, so for no, don't do anything yet. Now do the second one. 1 or 2?
2. To do.
2. Okay.
Hey.
I like having little mini games.
1. It's
2.
So 2 bad. 1.
So 2 bad?
Yeah.
Okay. So
This is not boding well.
so what's gonna happen is this.
Oh.
Okay?
Yes.
Underneath the yellow sign
Yeah.
is where you should put these ticks. You're gonna erase all 3.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And in pen, I would like you to put in 2 permanent ticks. And that is the number of ticks that matters once you hit certain thresholds.
Oh,
We're fucked.
So you have 2
We're fucked.
right away. I have pens as well, but they might leak slightly.
And you told us what that. Thank you.
Hmm?
You told it, and you told. Oh. Okay. Okay.
You have 2 in there?
Yes.
You told us what?
What the threshold was for when I was doing those ticks.
No, I
don't think
he
it's-
told you.
Just 10.
He told you jack nothing about yellow.
Oh no! I mean, like when I was ticking them in, like how many I needed before.
Oh, and how many?
happened.
How many did I say
I
then?
think
I-
you said 10.
Thought you said 5,
I don't remember.
but I
don't
could
know what
be.
it's called. Because it's fluid and it all depends on what I want to do and the day I want to do it on.
That's actually true.
Right? So I'm a liar. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
I mean, so are the elder
this
gods.
is for family.
Also, we're trying to trust my brain, and honestly,
Yeah. It's all about family.
All right, Din Diesel.
all right.
Din Diesel.
Jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is everything done there. You have 2 permanent yellow ticks,
Yeah.
and that's going to matter. At the moment, what those 2 ticks mean is okay, so I'm going to do something now, and I had it wrote down, but when they hit a certain point, something different will happen.
Okay.
But what 2 permanent ticks means right now, each one factors into 5%. Now, when I ask you to roll a willpower roll to resist anything to do with the king in yellow,
It's 10% harder.
it's 10% harder. So if your willpower is 80, now it's 70 in regards to resisting
Yeah. Okay.
the call.
The yellow.
Oh, let me put that again. Resisting the call.
He said the title. He said the title.
That's the name of the thing.
All right. So.
Wrong show.
Yeah.
That's a gift now.
All right. So.
What'd you call me?
A gift.
Aw.
Gift Diesel.
Gift. Gift Diesel.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So maybe I won't be making as much chaos. No.
No, I don't mean...
It's really hard to turn down the help when I want it, though.
Well, I mean, it's a 50-50 that each time you do it, that it's going to turn into something a bit permanent. That's all it is.
That's only it.
Maybe I don't want to resist the call.
And...
Oh my god, you said the thing.
And there could be... I'm not saying it's a negative when you hit certain
Oh,
thresholds.
yeah. No.
You, as Althea, may actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right?
You get more help.
I like having help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we can jump back into where you hop out of the vehicles in front of... What next? Wait. Fair enough. Yep, so you're all talking about taking Amos into the labour to get some stuff worked on his arm, get that set properly, get it... I believe some of the flesh was where I had. It was just really messed up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it got Hound of Tinderlost.
Hound of Tinderlost. So, as you're all sort of talking about it, you actually, as usual, you don't hear it because there's these two big double doors, is what it is. Almost in an archway is the entrance in, larger than normal sized doors, I'm going to go with now. And if it wasn't like that before, I mean, that's the way it happens here. There's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of work going on.
Sometimes we leave in the evening, we come back in the morning, and it looks completely different.
And once again, you don't hear that door opening or closing, but as you're all finished talking to each other and look up, you see Cadbury standing at the top of the stairs. You have all noticed over the last number of months that he's looking a bit more disheveled than he normally is. He's normally really dapper, a butler who buttles.
A butlerish.
Right? Yeah, he takes, but you notice that one of the buttons is undone, his hair is a little bit askew on the side, that he seems to be a bit more disheveled, as if he's taking on a lot more, especially with the introduction of the New England Center of Antiquities. He, a lot more staff has been brought on and everything else, and he's the one who takes care of managing all of that, and it's just a little bit more work. Now, by saying that, he looks a bit more run down. He likes to stay busy, so he has a little smile on his face. As normally beforehand, it was very dapper, very set. And now he sort of just has his little grin on his face every now and then, and he seems happier, but not as put together, if that makes sense.
I get that.
And he sort of looks down over, and he's immediately looks down to Althea, and then looks over at Amos, gives you the nod, and you think he's been hanging around with Skeet too much? He gives you the little twist to the head with the eye wink.
Gotta buy this man in the box of cigars.
Skeet also, hops out. I'll just take care of the cars there, boy. I'll just take care of the cars. I'll get them over to the car bar there, and we'll get her all taken care of.
Thank you.
Make car war happen.
Is there any little extra work that you'd want done on the car?
If you'd be so kind, the red one, just give it an extra look over. We don't know what's in it, what's going on. It's technically possibly evidence for what we're working on, so just don't be too thorough about cleaning it, but be thorough in inspecting it. Let's make sure nothing comes crawling out of it.
As always, Mr. Milton, as always, I'll get her taken care of. Yes. Maybe I'll put a little bit of bulletproof around her, maybe, or maybe I can work in this. Maybe some secret compartment.
Once that's no longer a piece of evidence, I fully intend on using that.
Yeah, I'll just
Don't make any modifications yet. Until Amos confirms.
just looking right into your eyes. He's just like blank face. Wouldn't dream of it, miss.
Thank you.
Wouldn't dream of it. I told you, wouldn't dream
A
of it.
wink.
He gives you, and it's almost exactly the Cadbury wink. And it's like everyone's
weird.
sort of been hanging around each other a bit too much. You say, yeah, and then you, Althea.
Eat.
Yeah, and he almost jumps to attention. Yes, ma'am.
Please don't alter the car yet.
Not a problem, ma'am. Not gonna happen. Gonna have to take that wink back, Amos.
Good. Fair.
Oh my, runs me old father told, boy. Doesn't want me messing with nothing.
You'll be...
God bless his soul, it blew up.
Listen, you'll be able to do it soon enough. We just need to sweep the car to see if there's anything left there that from thumbs. And then you can do whatever Amos wishes.
I need you. I'm nodding.
I need you.
I'm nodding, and then I kind of like go up to Skeet's shoulder and be like, I need you to find anything you can in that car to explain why he's called Three Thumbs.
I get exactly what you're saying, sir. I get exactly what you're saying. I think I'm going to get this accent maybe a little bit right at some point. I think that... Because I did listen to the first episode again to try to remember what I did, and it was a lot more subtle than I was making it after. Right?
Sometimes subtlety is key.
Yes. I'll take a look at her, boy. I'll take a look at it. Not a problem. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. And as he says that, Cadbury is now halfway down the steps. Nobody's seen him move. He's just glided.
That's a butler skill.
Yeah, it's a butler skill. He's like, well, Mr. Wilson Bottom, of course, breakfast is on in the BBR. Well, I'll take care of the cars later. And he sort of jogs up over the stairs. So how was the adventure? Seems like you're okay. Well, now your arm is like all messed up, but he's immediately
noodly.
Everything's okay, Ms. Goodyear?
I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, perfect.
We're gonna take Amos inside though and get him reset, as it were.
Yes. Factory spec.
Like I make a gesture of like knocking myself in the head with a hammer. Yeah, just reset.
Okay, fair enough. But when you are ready, there's breakfast on in the BBR, as usual. Fully anticipating the arriving at dawn crowd that you are.
Speaking of breakfast, Cadbury, have we planted any orange trees yet in one of the gardens?
I have took the liberty, ma'am, of buying an orchard. It's off of property, but apparently, from some discussions with Skeet, fine young fellow, took a little bit to get used to him, but a fine young fellow to have around. He sort of put it in my ear that it might be nice to buy up some land around. So, yeah, I took the liberty of purchasing these things, as is my wont. Right? He doesn't say that. See, the way I said it makes it seem like he's going above your head. But he literally means it as, he is also filthy stinking rich. Right? From being here so long.
Rich people!
Right?
Yeah. I'll just put my hand like on his arm and say, this is why nobody can replace you.
You're a land baron.
Oh, I am now, aren't I?
You were before.
Does it come with a title, I wonder? And I'm just talking to myself as I go inside. Juice Baron.
So I'm going to say you all go down to the lab bar.
Yeah.
Is it fair enough that I keep you all you can separate to go to the BBR?
I might drop by the BBR and grab just like some muffins or some like quick grab food just so that people can snack while setting Amos's arm.
Okay, fair enough. So
that's the one thing everyone wants to be doing when they're looking at what the inside of my arm is eat.
I don't know how long this is going to take, so...
To be fair.
I figure you at the very least would want to eat.
Oh, absolutely. I'm used to it.
How much damage did I do to your arm? Was it the ichor that ate through it? I can't remember.
I think it was just the ichor that ate through it. I wasn't given any points of damage to note.
No, well,
just that
wingdings, man.
Yeah. Just that it was absolutely messed up by blue acid.
So I'm going to say, regardless, that, flesh is missing. You can see bone.
So similar to treating a burn or something?
Similar, except you're now used to, the wingdings, the resilience, the otherworldly resilience
yes.
that Amos has is by the time you get down to the lab bar, and it is, the stairway that comes down, it comes on the far side against the wall and opens up into a fairly I shouldn't say fairly, it is pristine, almost like a hospital ward, if you will, but it's mostly just the one big room. With hospital beds and all the stuff that you would need to do surgery or work. It's even stocked a bit more. And the other thing is, back in the other end of this laboire, there was more rooms down here. Once some shelves and stuff had been moved around, there was found to be doors that shelves were covering, which have been finally opened up, so there is actually more of a literal hospital wing down here if necessary. So the work has been done down here, so it is even strangely done even to be almost as if the house is growing because it wants to.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I'm creepy. But as is similar to what you've seen before, so I'm not going to call for any sanity rolls for this, you can actually, when Amos gets down on the bed, and you're used to this now, probably take a swig of that alcohol that doesn't affect you anymore.
Yeah, I pull a flask out of my boot and be like, all right,
But you notice that his flesh seems to be growing at an accelerated pace to cover up the wound. But this is the trick. It's not growing back appropriately. It's not actually fixing the damage.
It's just scarring
It's
over.
covering the damage in a protective flesh-like cell.
So this is more about resetting his arm before his palm's like permanently facing.
You're
one
going
way
to have
or
to
something.
break it again. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. And also, something you're not super familiar with, but you've become familiar with over time, Althea and Agatha, how the flesh itself that's growing back needs to be molded in a way so it grows back appropriately because it's happening so fast. So it's something that, it's sort of like pinning things down to force it to grow certain ways.
So
It's a little bit disgusting,
So-
but...
You have like a bonsai arm.
what?
Banzai!
Chia. Okay, so question. Over the past year, we've had to do this a few times.
A few times work has had to happen.
In order to keep him from feeling... So normally you would sedate someone when you have to, like, re-break an arm and remold flesh, as it were. How do we make... not sedate him, because it would be hard to...
It wouldn't work on him.
I drink the flask, I grab a cork that I have regularly just here in case of this, and I bite down on it.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have, like, tried to use anything else that I have there, even if it only, in high doses, even if it only worked for a short period.
I personally have experience with this.
Yeah, something that Amos realized in the fight in the alleyway with Gall is that sedation isn't really that effective against him.
So it's not even like if you have a high dose and for like 30 seconds you can like do whatever without him.
I think he's just in straight up pain. I think.
Remember,
he's
Simon and I have also expressed some level of like immunity to at least alcohol.
High. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, he has to go through the pain, if that's what you're wondering.
Swig,
Okay.
cork.
Okay.
Okay.
Belt and milk.
So we're going to go straight into just I would say medicine or first aid. What's your first aid and what's your medicine, Agatha?
My first aid is 40. My medicine is 50.
And Althea?
First aid is 85. Medicine is 75.
Okay. Could I have you... For this, because it's not a major injury, I will call this first aid, but you both got to roll first aid.
Okay.
I just want to see how helpful you are, because it's going to grow back over regardless.
32 at 85.
Okay.
34 out of 40.
Okay, so both of you can put a tick into first aid as it's all set back appropriately, and within half an hour the flesh has grown over. Although it seems to be a bit mottled and scarred in that area, also it does not make your flesh pristine.
Great.
I feel like we made the joke chicks dig scars before.
Well, didn't before.
We are now.
Yeah, now. Yeah.
And once again you start thinking, oh, just maybe, if they weren't here to keep doing this for you, you'd be such a mess right now.
Well, could it be something, especially if we've been dealing with this over the past year, could that be something that Althea, with the help of maybe new staff for the center, is trying to find ways to help with this skin regraft?
Oh, Althea,
Like-
maybe researching.
Yeah, like something to like help
Like a
remold-
reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, like
thing.
reconstruction or remolding of like.
Or even
skin
asking
regraft.
Alistair how he does it for Simon.
Yes, could be, because there's no way Simon hasn't had this stuff happen.
Cadbury also has medical training too,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
So just something to like, advanced science. I don't know.
Yeah, that always goes well.
Yeah.
Althea, researching Sin Eater regeneration.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just making it.
That's cool.
I'm just making a note here. Yeah, it could be amazing for the medical field and knowledge.
And other stuff.
Why do you say it like that?
You're a guinea pig. Oh no. This is not
Your
good.
patient 0.
I-
Or 2. Actually 1. Sorry. No, 2. Because Simon's...
3, 8, 7.
Well, to be
4.
fair, well,
1, 4,
I'm patient
9.
me.
depends on if I've had to do this to Simon too over the past year.
You have not.
All right, so he's
No, Simon's actually quite good at not getting injured.
True. There's a lot of things he has not joined us for.
As in the he's avoided
yeah.
a number of massacres by just not being there.
Oh.
yes, Terry Pratchett, fantastic. Okay.
One of these days I'll take a page out of that book, and it's not this day.
Now, also, there's a double doors down here that goes deeper where there is actually more of a built out, because there was like storage and stuff down here. Like I said, some shelves are moved around. It seemed to, the way this mansion is that wherever you look, there seems to be more. Mm-hmm. Right? There just seems to be more around. So there's almost like a hallway with a wing with ICU rooms and stuff like that. That could be down through the side.
ICU as well.
But to be clear, also down here, through those double doors, then right on the right-hand side, there seems to be a large iron door. And behind that door is where Gaul is kept. It's also down here just off of the labour. And very similar to Silence of the Lambs, is past the door, there seems to be a small seating area where you can sit down, and there's like the glass,
Yeah, I think we...
And he has his own room. Yeah, and he has his own sort of room there. And people come down. Simon has talked to him. Agatha's been down talking to him. Everyone's sort of spent a bit of time talking to him. He's never really left alone. And once a day, he is taken up to walk the grounds and stuff like that. But there's usually always somebody with him. He's never shown any penchant to flee. That doesn't mean you trust him.
Oh,
it just means he's never shown.
Well, I think we said this has been like his best living conditions. Like he has books and he's fed every day and he's like just chill or whatever.
Wants for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, his best living conditions. For sure.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to say, everyone, as your arm is finally setting, Marion, you come down with the muffins and stuff like that, so you can all have snack. As you're grabbing the muffins, Skeet was in there drinking orange juice, filling up. You noticed that he had this bag on his side, almost like a large water skin, and he was filling that up with orange juice, and he put that to the side. It's like he cannot get enough of this orange juice thing. It is fantastic.
All right. So I come down relatively quickly when they've gotten started, and so the whole time that they're doing it, I'm flipping through the book, trying to jotting down notes in my.
Well, the book is fairly large.
Yeah. So I've got it down in front of me, and like I'm starting by like just sort of jotting down notes in my notebook about like what kind of iconography is on the cover, and then I'll like open to the first page and.
Are we sure that we want to be looking through that book right now? In this, like, is there not a room that we have like cordoned out for this shit? Half the time we open up books in this place, and like the sky literally opens up. Like,
well, I'm not planning on reading it at the moment.
Touché.
And also over time, Marion has gotten quite good at not losing control. She has
the knowledge.
But still, it is a fair thing to say, though.
Unlike
it is still fair to say.
So in that case, what I'll say...
I do understand your concern, and that is why I'm not planning on reading it.
What I'll say instead is, it'll be worded more like, so is it the opening sky kind of book, or is it the opening ground kind of book?
Could you roll me a library use check? Because you've skimmed through the book when you were trying to find the right thing.
49 out of 80.
Okay, but it's taking library use. And that's more just your skim through and your bit of knowledge about, let me just make sure I got this, De Vermis Mysteries by Ludwig Prinn. Yes. This book is a little bit of a catch-all. It seems to have this figure, Ludwig Prinn, had spent countless years traveling all over the world, specifically a lot of time in Egypt, and writing down the things that he had seen, found out about, and the secret societies that he had joined, and everything else. And he just seems to... so it has a little bit of a potpourri of crazy. It just... as you turn the pages, and you're not really reading, but you're noticing that it's not really talking about one specific thing. It's just talking about multiple different things from different areas. It'd be quite hard to find where one thought begins and one thought ends. Right? It just seems to all flow. And of course, as the more you get into the book, the crazier it seems to get by the end.
Okay.
The more disjointed, for sure.
Oh, that makes sense.
with a focus on magical practices and secret societies?
Yes, for sure. There is one thing you do notice as you just open it up to the page, and it's Ludwig Prin's name written. Mm-hmm. Okay, just written there. But also, down below it, marked almost in like a shaky hand across the bottom, is a phrase. And the phrase is, "No safety at the gate," is what it says. No safety at the gate.
And this is a handwritten book.
So I want you to think of this book as like a scrapbook.
Oh, okay.
As you're going through, it's handwritten, and then there's drawings in it.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff glued to it, and there's stuff in the margins, and it seems to be just this eclectic mix of crazy.
Is the phrase on the front, on that cover underneath the author's name, in the same hand as the rest of the book?
The rest of the book seems to be well written. Nice cursive. Of course, the further it gets along, the cursive gets worse, but it's always cursive. Mm-hmm. But the "no safety at the gate," which is said which is written, it's printed, and it's really shaky. But can I see? Yes. I'm just going to steal your character sheet because I know I am actually going to get you to roll me an account. I believe because it was more like forensic accounting I was having you doing. With accounting?
Yeah.
I believe that's what it was, because you have code breaking as well.
Yeah.
This isn't a code, or this part of it isn't a code. But I'll have you roll the accounting roll. Just this, just more forensic accounting of, is this signature, is it written by the same hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out.
Yep.
Okay. That I have... yeah, I've got 55 in that. And that is a 94.
A 94.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It's exactly the opposite on each dice that you had for the last roll you did.
That's a good point.
That is. Yeah, so you can't really pick out, even with the 94 though, even because it's not a fumble, even with a 94, you're not sure if it's the same handwriting, but the way that's printed, you've seen writing of whoever did that.
Okay.
But with a fail, you can't tell if it could be Ludwig Prin, it could be any writing you've seen. But it does look familiar, this scratches.
Okay.
Not scratches, but just...
The printing.
The printing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's all I have time for while you guys are setting his arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you managed to go through the book slightly, and you managed to all get that taken care of, eat some muffins and stuff like that. As that's happening, though, you all get overcome with a bit of tiredness. You have been up all night. So is there anything else you would like to do, or anyone you would like to go find and talk to before you head to bed? Because you can. It's up to you.
I would just like to... I'm going to head to one of the rooms that's been co-opted for the New England Center of Antiquities and just lock this book in just either like a locked cabinet or something before I go to bed, so that it's not freely accessible to anybody.
Or throw it in a box downstairs.
Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what New England Center of Antiquities is about.
Like, I'm assuming that there are multiple locked bookshelves or locked cabinets.
Well, the library, the Beauty and the Beast library, that's upstairs, is sort of off limits to mostly everyone except, of course, you all, right? The main PCs. Simon, Alistair. I mean, Skeet's been seen in there. It's like just the core group and NPCs that you're comfortable with are allowed in there, and there are locked shelves and stuff in there where stuff can be. So I'm going to say you head, Marion heads off into the library. Is there anybody else doing anything before they head to bed?
I missed this because on our way in, what I would have done was, no, this is before we even get into the apartment, into the house. Sure. As we were going on in, I would have just passing Cadbury. I forgot to mention, I would have just fixed the little button. And I kept on going. But once the arm is set, if we're going around and searching for people, would I know where Simon kind of hangs out this time of day?
He usually hangs out in the library.
I guess I will go with you.
Yeah. He's usually found in the library. He's actually become sort of like the librarian
Nice.
right? In his three-piece suits from various members of Althea's family.
Wow. Weird, but all right.
They-
And I'll have the coat under here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hesitating in the lab while looking towards Gull's cell. I can say it.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if I want to go and talk to him or not because of my episode I had.
Yeah,
That's cool.
With-
he's right there.
I know.
Do you bring that up to anybody?
No, I'm not.
Ooh,
I'm
okay,
not
so
going to bring it up to
just save it.
anybody.
I know PC's, like, Zach, the player, wanted to talk to him, but I can't think of a reason why Amos would want to ask the question that Zach wants to ask him.
But the thing is, too, is Agatha doesn't know what to ask because then she'd have to admit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No, sorry, I will not go. I'm gonna talk with you once it's just you in the room, and then I'll do that depending on how tired we all are.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna go talk to Gull. I wanted to ask you a question first.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just see me eating my muffin and just kind of looking at the door, just trying to figure out my next steps in my head. How's that sound?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
The eye
Althea
rolls
can't
quick.
psychoanalyze that because she's really not good at reading people.
And what would Althea like to be doing?
Althea is going to make sure the laboire is cleaned up, make sure that Amos is topped up with whiskey for enduring his
Don't worry about this. I got
trauma.
pretty sure I put Drano in here. Don't worry about it.
I have
Still
better.
conflicted as to whether that counts as a sin.
I have better.
It does.
I've
If you have the question,
better
it does.
bottles than you know what. Whatever makes you feel better. And then because I kind of realized that I haven't done this with Althea, she owns a very large estate.
Correct. Well, you don't run it. You
Well, yes, but she owns a very large estate that has expanded dramatically,
yes.
doubled in staff. She now has staff that's not even hers coming in and out of her home.
They're all technically under your purview.
Yes. Things are happening like, orange orchards being purchased.
In Massachusetts.
Althea's gonna go
Never said what.
to Althea.
He's gonna go.
Althea's gonna go to her father's study, and she's gonna go over the books for the estate for the day or the past week.
What
She
the-
doesn't
Or
know what
any,
she
if there's
owns.
any, or if she has any reports sitting on her desk she needs to look at, anything coming from the staff, anything Cadbury needs her to see that he can do on his own, but doesn't necessarily, or you know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
like she's probably got a table full of paperwork, and I
Legal
realize,
documents.
yes, and I realize that she needs to sign
Hospital
because
bills.
hospital bills to pay. They probably have my name on a wing there at this point.
Yeah.
But checks to sign. Probably.
Can you go ahead and roll me an intelligence check?
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Actually, yes, I can.
Well, I hope it's not really bad.
Well, no, it's actually. I thought it was lower, but it's. 12 out of 70, so that is an extreme success.
So first things first. When you offer Amos some whiskey, and he turns it down, he doesn't even know if it's Drano. Blah blah blah. You realize something over the last while, whereas one of your biggest gripes is Amos and or Simon taking your booze.
Yeah.
You realize that they haven't touched your booze in quite a long time, but yet they both seem to have a flask always filled with liquor. That's what you realize. That's something with an extreme success. Your booze supply hasn't really been hit because, to be honest, other than Amos and Simon, Marion doesn't
Drink.
want
Yeah.
the workers really or anyone on the staff drinking, especially this expensive, especially during Prohibition.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you mean, you're not
prohibition, isn't it?
right? So there is a little bit stricter, but I mean, you can't be strict with Amos and Simon because they'll just like it. Right?
Anyway,
That's just who they are. Right? It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, that's okay. So that was the main thing that I want you to roll for. But you're heading to your father's study.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're heading to your father's study. Marion is heading to the library. The party is split.
I'm saying goodnight to everybody before I go.
Yeah, Marion's in the library. And Amos and Agatha are going to have a chat in the library. Let's do that chat first.
Okay.
Right?
That's the question for you, the player. Would Amos know that there's something bothering you, or would I have to psychoanalyze you?
You are best friends.
I was going to say, you would know if there was something wrong.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I would start
The
there.
only thing that you'd probably have to psychoanalyze if I decided to lie to you.
Yeah, I have no idea
Yeah.
what it is, but I'm not asking would I know what it is, but would I know that something is bothering
Something is bothering me.
me. Okay, perfect. So yeah, as soon as everyone leaves, being that you haven't brought anything up to anybody this entire evening so far, so everything good?
It was a rough night.
Was it?
Yeah. Considering everything we went through, yeah.
I've been blown out windows. Hound was new. That was different. Hardly the first crazy thing we've seen. Did something happen?
I'm going to. Star means I'm going to lie to you. 1 means I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, okay?
Cool.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
Nice. Sweet.
Okay.
Cool. Buddy.
I killed a man. But not in self-defense or in defense of another person.
And you did see it because you were coming around behind Agatha. And you're the one who saw her walk up behind one of the cultists and like butter.
Stab him in the back or whatever.
And
I stabbed him
From
and then
back.
and opened him up.
Amos is in like trying to find ways to explain it mode, right? Not fully just taking it as it is mode.
Yeah.
And just hang on. No, we went into a cultist's encampment. They were all hostile beings. What do you mean not in self-defense? I'm not understanding.
He wasn't effectively. I could have gone right by him to where I needed to go. But I chose to take time and kill a man while he was already defending himself against an evil being. He wasn't coming after me. He wasn't coming after anybody. Wasn't coming to the car to take it or anything. I just went up behind him like Gaul and killed him. And I don't have any regrets of it at all.
Well, you've got some kind of regret. What's going through your head right now? You seem upset about it, so I wouldn't say it's not
I'm upset
affecting.
more at the fact that I have no regret for killing this person. That I did not think twice about killing this person.
Understand the next thing. I'm not dismissing
Right.
your feelings about this. I want to just kind of make a statement known here.
Okay.
I don't take pride in it, but I have killed a number of people in shootout. Like the thing, mostly since we've started this investigation, right? But it wouldn't be the first time. And I don't mean this as a good thing. It does get easier. And it's because it gets easier that it does feel worse.
The problem is...
How is that different than what you're going
The
through?
problem is I'm not feeling it for just that person. There are other people I have encountered that I want to do the same thing.
No, that's a bit different. Oh,
It's different, yeah.
I see. Why? Who? I'm not accusatory. Like, why? What's...
Honestly, I'm not fully understanding it. It is a compulsion that I don't know if I don't know if I don't know where my control is don't know the limits of my control. Because I could have easily walked by this person. And I didn't. And I didn't even kill him, like, swiftly. It was like I gutted him. It was violent.
Where's your knife?
It's going to always be at my side.
No, I mean, it's not Zaga. It's him asking you, where's your knife?
It's not that side. It's right here. It's with me right now.
Can you take it out?
I will take it out, but I'm not going to pass it to you.
Oh, he doesn't ask for it. But I am studying what you do when you pull it out. What do you do when you pull it out?
Probably just like pull it and then lay it where it's like blade flat on other hand, but hand over hand.
And he's very specifically not going to break eye contact with you, but he's going to reach out for it and see what happens.
Okay.
See what you do.
Okay. With that and my attachment to my knife.
Now, there is a limit. Just a
hand out.
I am gonna like move the knife out of your way, but I'm not gonna threaten you.
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm just
as far as I'm gonna go.
Okay.
What was that?
It's my knife.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to stop her.
Yeah.
You need to roll me a spot hidden.
Oh!
What the fuck does that mean? What does it mean?
Okay. It's a 59 out of 69.
Okay, fair enough. But I taken spot hidden. Is your eye hole covered, or as you said earlier, your chamber of secrets?
It actually has been uncovered, I think, the whole time.
Yeah. Everyone around here is familiar with you usually keeping it uncovered. I'm assuming the only time it would be covered is when you're actually in Boston going around
in public,
because people are just going to stare.
Yes, in public for sure I'm going to have it, but yeah, because otherwise, no, I don't know. I would have
As you reach forward, not quickly, not aggressively, and
with no intention to take.
Yeah,
just
but
to see what would happen.
Agatha moves it aside. You see almost like a blue lightning spark in the chamber of secrets, the eye hole, almost like a little. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we'll continue to ask it. So what just happened?
It's my knife.
Oh, I understand that, but what just happened?
It's my knife.
Did you feel anything just now?
That you were just going to take my knife, and it's my knife.
Did you see anything right now?
Other than you taking my knife? No.
Yeah. And to clarify, you don't feel... There's no intrusive thoughts in your mind about this. There is no... you don't feel a tingle in the eye hole. You don't see anything different out of the magical eye hole. You don't.
Destiny?
So you don't feel that. You don't feel that, but just... And in that case, now we can just continue.
Yeah.
I don't mean to keep interrupting, but just to give that clarification.
Yeah. So basically nothing is untoward. I don't want you touching my knife. It's my knife.
Pretty aggressive about it.
I'm very attached to this knife. I'm assuming I know that knife would cause those bullets to be...
Well, you're the one who did that, and you sort of used the knife to...
Yeah!
And you aged yourself.
Yes.
Which you're back to normal now, but you put some of your life essence into the bullets, and when you shot the bullets, or that energy was dissipated, you got young again. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? You were aged and young again, but you created some combination between yourself, the knife, and the rifle, as if Kathleen and Catherine are just extensions of yourself. You could no longer give up that knife than you could give up your left arm.
That's right. Okay, so there you go.
Now, I'm not saying you're going to lose it if it gets taken from you.
No.
Yeah.
But nobody's been able to take it from you, so... Well.
Is it... And no, I don't mean... Again, it's nothing accusatory. I got a couple questions for you. We've come across a number of influential artifacts, most of which seem to have some kind of benefit to what we're doing.
Okay.
Weird and strange, I know. Like the stone that got stuck in my hand. Is it possible that might be steering you in some way, thinking it's doing a good thing, but then when you have your wits about you, you don't like it.
I don't see how it could, because it was just a normal knife when I picked it up from that guy. There was nothing magical from it at all.
We picked it up from the Silver Twilight Lodge. There was nothing normal about that place.
That's true, but there's no markings on it. It's a normal...
Can I take a look?
No.
Why not?
Because it's mine.
Here, I'll take out the pistol.
Yeah.
And I'll offer it in trade.
Okay.
Can you, because Amos... I mean, all of you are friends.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And I know some of you may argue this point. All of you are friends.
Yeah.
You trust each other with your lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where we're at. When Amos asks if he can see it, a part of you finds that like revulsion toward giving it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But it is your best bud Amos. So I will allow you to roll me a willpower check.
Okay.
Just to see, because it's not the same as the book. I don't want to make it like... It's not the same way, but I want to see, like, you can give it, like, you don't want to.
Right.
It's the ick.
But there's a lot of things we do that we don't want to do.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's willpower.
It would be willpower, just to see.
78 out of 70.
So you do, so that's for some reason, and you factor it in as you're really tired.
Yeah.
You've been up all night. And, when you got that little bit of brain fog from being a bit overtired, that you're just, keep playing the way you're playing. But there was that chance that it would have been, like, because, 78 out of 70.
Yeah.
This leans into things.
Yeah, it leans into
Listen,
things.
I'm tired. I am so tired right now. I actually am still in pain because technically I still have 3 pips out of my current HP too from that thing that I did. So I am exhausted. And you could probably still see that on my face too.
Your eyes seem to... Your eyes. Your eye seems to be a little bit more sunken in. You definitely look more tired than Amos, Althea, or Marion. Something you did really drained the energy from you.
Yeah.
Something you do realize, Amos, though, is you're tired, but you're not exhausted.
Right.
And you've been realizing over the last while, like, you need less and less sleep. And you've been realizing, other than that time Simon was unconscious for a bit, you never see him say he's really going to bed or going to do this or going to do that. But you've noticed that you've needed less and less sleep to be fully functional.
I have a fun idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say that, I'll be like, my apologies. Of course, that makes sense. You mentioned Gaul. Have you talked to him at all?
I haven't, and I think I'm too tired. I think I gotta
go get some sleep.
And I'm gonna sheath the knife.
And if you need help, let me know, and I can help you go talk to him if you need it.
I appreciate that. And actually, with that is a genuine. I really do appreciate that. But I need to sleep. That's what I need to do. And with that, I'm going to start heading upstairs.
Yeah, and the last thing that if this was something with a camera, like a show or something, like that, the last thing as she walks up the stairs is Amos will look to the iron door and not leave the basement yet, because I'm assuming we'll move on to something else. But he's going to look to the door. Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will air Tuesday, October 29th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast's next episode, Tuesday, September 22nd. Both shows will air at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on YouTube with a live chat premiere before going up on all of our audio services 1 hour later. For our Ko-fi subscribers, our next Fireside Chat will be Thursday, October 24th. As usual, we'll thank all of our donators on Ko-fi, including Noah, 3 Slugs in a Trenchcoat, Ed Lohr, Rosa, Tyler, The Wee J, James, Matt Calgill, Blizzard Warning, Sydney, Baba Yaga, Preston, TJ, Alec, No Demons Allowed, Autumn, Roland Arts, and welcome to Chris H. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your GM or keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.